So hello guys, in the previous video we have discussed the steps of the method called completing the square. Fine. So in this video we are going to solve problems based on completing the square. I have taken here two questions. So we'll start with the first question. Fine. So first question is 9x square minus 15x plus 6 equal to 0. So first step is that you have to obtain the expression in the form of what? Quadratic form, right? Quadratic equation form, ax square plus bx plus c. So it is already in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. So no need to do the first step. Now moving on to the second step. Second step is that you have to make the coefficient of x square as 1, unity, that means 1. So you have to divide the coefficient of x square, that is 9, throughout the equation. Fine. So you have to divide 9 throughout the equation. Fine. Now when you divide, you will get it as x square minus 15 by x by 9 plus 6 by 9 equal to 0, right? So when you divide by 9, you will get it as what? This becomes unity, that means 1, and this becomes 15 by 9 minus 15 by 9, this becomes 6 by 9 equal to 0. And you can see here, this you can simplify, this you can cancel it by what? 3. So 3 2s are 3 3s are. So you can write it as, this implies x square minus 15 by 9x, fine, will be plus 2 by 3 equal to 0. Now moving on to the third step. Third step is that you have to shift the constant terms towards the right. Fine, this is a constant term, so you have to shift it towards the right. So shifting constant term onto RHS, we can say towards RHS. Okay, so you have to shift it. So this implies what? It becomes x square minus 15 by 9x equal to 2 by 3 minus 2 by 3, right? So this is the third step we have completed. Now moving on to the fourth step. What will be the fourth step? Fourth step is that you have to add square of a half of a coefficient of x on both sides. So you have to add, what you have to add here? You have to add square of a coefficient of this term. That means, one more thing you have to see here, that you can simplify this term also. That is nothing but the coefficient of x. So you can simplify this term also. You can cancel it by 3 also. This will be 3 5, right? So you can write it. You can do it in this step only. Fine. So I forgot to do that. You can do it in that step only. Fine. So this is basically the equation. So 5 by 3 we got. Now what you have to do in the third step is that you have to add the square of the coefficient of x. Add the square of the coefficient of x on both sides. Half of this you have to do and add it to the both sides. That means when you do half of this, that means you have to, suppose we can see here, minus 5 by 3 is the coefficient of what? X. Half of this means you have to multiply with half. You will get it as minus 5 by 6. So you have to add a square of this number on both the sides. That means LHS also as well as RHS. So adding that, so x square minus 5 by 3x, we can say, and what you have to do? 5 by 6 whole square equal to what? 5 by 6 and we can say whole square minus 2 by 3, we can say. So guys, one more thing you have to understand here is that now the fifth step is that we can say the fifth step is that you have to take the LHS and bring it to the form a plus b the whole square. A plus b the whole square is nothing but a square plus b square plus 2ab, we can say a square plus 2ab plus b square. Now b square is there, fine. So b is 5 by 6, but here 2 into AB should come. A is nothing but 1 and B should come. So 5 by 6 number should come here. But the problem is here it is 5 by 3. So what you have to do? You have to just replace 5 by 6 and make it, I will tell you. We can write it as x square minus 2 into 5 by 6 plus 5 by 6 the whole square. Can we write the LHS like this or not? because when you cancel 2 with this thing, you'll get the same number. So you have to just adjust. You have to adjust some terms and make it to the form so that you will write it in the. So for the better convenience, what you do, you just remember that when you add the square of the number like this, when you add on the both sides, you have to just multiply the coefficient of x with the 2 with this number. Just replace the b here and multiply with the 2. This you have to do in the say every questions. Fine, we'll do the second question. You will understand it in a better way. Fine. So this is the form. Now write the RHS term also. Fine. 2 by 3. Now what you have to do, now we have to this we got in the form of what, 2ab plus b square. So this we can write it as x minus 5 by 6, because this is in the form minus 2ab is there, so a minus b the whole square, right? So next this your RHS you have to simplify in the next step. So you have to simplify RHS. You will get 25 by 36 square of this minus 2 by 3. Fine. When you simplify this, you will get it as how much? You will get it as, we can say, this is 36 into, you have to do with what, 12, right? So into 12, so this becomes 24. So we can write 25 minus 24 by 36, because 36 is the LCM on the RHS. Now this becomes what? Same thing you have to write, right? Fine. Now what you have to do in the next step. So guys, I don't have space here, so I'll write it on the fresh page. Okay, so I have copied the equation here. Fine, this is the last equation we got. X minus 5 by 6 the whole square equal to 25 minus 24 by 36. Okay, now what you have to do, now we have to just simplify. This will become what, 1 by 36. So 5 by, same thing on LHS, 1 by 36 we got. Now what you have to do, now you have to, last step is that, last again we can say square root on both the sides. That means you have to take the square root, that just remove the square. So this becomes 5 by 6. When you put the square, this will become plus or minus 1 by 6. Okay, because root 36 is nothing but what, square root of 36 is 6, square root of 1 is 1, but you have to put what, plus or minus sign. Fine, this is the important step here. Now moving on to the next step. Now x minus 5 by 6 we got, plus or minus 1 by 6. Fine, now shift this that side, 5 by 6 to the left side. Fine, so x equal to plus or minus 1 by 6 plus 5 by 6. Now here there are two cases. One is the sign of 1 by 6 will be plus, and the second case is that sign of 1 by 6 will be minus. So plus and minus you have to change. Now first case is that x equal to 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6 plus 5 by 6. Fine. The second case is that x equal to minus 1 by 6 and plus 5 by 6. Now I have to just solve. So plus this will become what, 1 plus 6, 5 is nothing but 6. So 6 by 6, that is nothing but what, 1. Here minus 1 plus 5, so this will become as what, x equal to 4 by 6. Simplified, 2 by 3 you will get. Fine, so we got the value of x. Fine, so we got the value of x. So this is nothing but the roots of this quadratic equation. Fine, so this is how we have to solve using what, factorization method. So this is the procedure you have to follow. So we have completed the first question. Fine, we got the roots of this thing. Moving on to the second question. So second question is a bit similar to this only. The first step is that you have to see whether it is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. Yes, it is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. So no need to do the first step. Move on to the second step. The second step is that you have to make the coefficient of x square as what, 1, unity. So divide 2 throughout the equation. So when you divide, you will get x square by 1 only, right, minus 5 by 2x plus 3 by 2 equal to 0. Fine. So you have to remember that I have to divide 0 with 2 also. When 0 I will divide with 2, it is nothing but 0 only. Okay, here also I have done the same thing. You have to divide. When you divide throughout the equation, that means you have to divide on the LHS also as well as on the RHS also. Fine. So this is the equation we got. Now next step is that any simplification is there, you have to check. No other simplification, then you have to shift constant term towards the RHS. So shift constant term. So x square we can, so x square minus 5 by 2x equal to minus 3 by 2 we can say. So I have shifted this equation, this constant term towards RHS. Now what you have to do? Now you have to add half of the coefficient of x square. Fine. Square of the coefficient of this is. So basically we can see over here, this is the coefficient of x square. X, right? X, coefficient of x you have to say, not x square. So x coefficient is minus 5 by 2. Okay, minus 5 by 2. When you multiply with 1 by 2, half of this, right? So half of this, so you will get minus 5 by 4. So square when you do, you will get 5 by 4 only. So 5 by 4, 5 by 4 square you have to do. Basically, whenever minus sign is there, ignore that, because when you square the number, you will get to the positive number only. Square of any negative or positive number is positive only. That you have to remember. So ignore this minus sign. Okay, take this positive sign. Take it as a positive only, 5 by 2. Fine. So half of this you have to add. So that means 5 by 4 square you have to add on the both the side. And along with that step, what you have to do, you have to replace this by 5 by 4 and multiply with the 2. X square minus 2 into 5 by 4. Why 5 by 4? Because we got this, we are going to add. So plus 5 by 4 whole square, right, equal to, I write it here, 5 by 4 whole square we can say, minus 3 by 2 we can say, right? So basically you have to understand this step. Fine. So this is a little bit difficult step we can say. Now here you have to understand that when you add half of the coefficient of x square of the coefficient of x, when you add, so coefficient of x is nothing but what, 5 by 2 here. So I told you to ignore this sign. So 5 by 2, half of that will be 5 by 4. So when you get 5 by 4 square, you have to add on the LHS as well as RHS. So I have added here LHS as well as RHS. So one more thing you have to do along with this step only is that you have to just replace the coefficient of x with the same term which you are adding, not the square term. Okay, 5 by 4 is the number. This you have to just replace here. When you replace here, just multiply with 2. So that when you cancel it also, you will get the same term. Why we are doing this? Because you have to bring this whole term in the form of a plus b the whole square or a minus b the whole square. Fine. So moving on to the next step, bring it in the form. This will be minus 2ab is there. So this will be in the form a minus 5 by 4 the whole square equal to what? This will be 25. Simplify RHS, 16 minus 3 by 2. Multiply LHS, taking LHS, multiply with 8 because 16 is the LCM. So you will get how much? 25 minus what? Again the same thing, 24 by 16. Now what you have to do? You have to, next step is that square root. Take square root on both sides. That means, that implies the square goes, so x minus 5 by 4 equal to, here square will come, so square root of this thing, that is 1 by 16 square root will be how much? Will be plus or minus 1 by 4. Square root of 1 is nothing but 1 only. Square root of 16 is 4. So plus or minus you have to keep. Okay, so there are two conditions here. So first condition is that x minus 5 by 4 will be equal to 1 by 4, positive 1 by 4, and second condition is that x minus 5 by 4 will be equal to minus 1 by 4. Fine. In this you have to find the value of x. From here we can find the value of x. So x will be nothing but, this goes that side, so 6 by 4 we can say, that is 3 by 2, and when it goes that side, this will become positive, so x will become 4 by 4, that is nothing but what? 1. So x value we got here also x value we got. Fine. So this is how we have to prove, or how we have to find the following roots using what? Completing the square.